Oh there, stranger. Grab yourself a spot by my campfire. Got a fine stew of beans going. Reckon I can share. Only thing I ask in return is your name. And they explain to me what this here alchemy RPG is.
Well, that's mighty kind of you. I'm Nelson. Curious you'd ask that. So what do you already know?
Well, I got more under my hat than just hair. I know it's one of them virtual tabletop systems with integrated video and voice, and a focus on theater of the mind.
Well, then you're already on the right track. What you might not have known is that Alchemy RPG is partnered with several mighty fine publishers. Folks such as Hit Point Press, Nord Games, Griffin Saddlebag, and even Free League Publishing.
What's that? You mean the legendary folks behind Morkborg, Humblewood, Spectacular Settlements, and the madman behind the College of Alchemy Bard?
Ha! Well, you know them. And they've made much of their content available right there in the Alchemy Marketplace.
Well, now, why'd I go and buy something like that from them? When my subscription runs out, won't all that be tied up in their system?
Well, no, sir. In fact, it's nearly the same as buying that content from any digital marketplace. Yours to own. Only here, it's instantly available for your campaign materials. And of course, if you're the GM, it's free to your players.
Well, if that ain't the catch, then it must be the price.
Well, there's a free version with plenty of perks. And if you decide you like it, $8 a month or $88 for a whole year.
Well, now, don't that cap the climax? Thank you kindly, Nelson. Where do I apply?
You can follow the link in the show notes. They'll even give you a 14-day trial of what it looks like to be subscribed. Now, sit tight for a moment while I do my report. By the way, I didn't catch your name.
Name's Archibald, but you can call me Ace.
Ace it is.
Hey listener, it's me, zero-time all-star Trevor May from MCA Media, the ultimate destination for discussions about tech, gaming, content creation, and everything in between. I just wanted to pop in and let you know two very important things. One, you smell incredible today. Two, the May Contain Action Network now has an ever-expanding catalog of great shows, like the D&D-centric Forgotten Pass, Goblins and Growlers, and Quid Pro Roll, or the phenomenal Fortnite podcast Invaulted, hosted by Squatting Dog. Give them a listen, level up your podcast game, and have some fun. Shows are linked in the show notes.
I don't see a release date for Empire Queen.
There is not one yet, yes.
It just says post-production everywhere.
Hey, here's an idea. Why don't we take a few episodes of QPR, stitch them together, and get a really cheap animatic, and then enter it into the Sweden Film Awards?
I feel like this
actually,
is
that's not a horrible idea.
Yeah,
that would be really fun.
I feel like there's probably some like absurd like entry cost or something to get into this thing.
Probably not if they're doing it so regularly.
I will find out and report back.
All right. I'll weep into my tablet at how many stills I'm going to have to draw.
Yeah, but if you were going to win a Swedish award, like that's worth.
Mm-hmm.
It's worth it.
Says the guy who's not going to have to draw any stills.
Zarko hissed at me, so she already made herself known. She literally turned around. It was like, you're fucking lying.
Yeah.
This is Quid Pro Roll, a fantasy live play adventure where a party of unlikely heroes embark on a quest to bring dragons back to their world.
Well, howdy, listeners. Welcome to the Daily Crier Listening Show, where all the news and Variant and beyond can make its way right to you. Well, just last time, the Demon Lich reveals himself to be none other than Bernard, sophisticated smarty pants of the first party Alden put together. Coincidentally, also love interest of Astrid, the talking sword. Well, the party eventually gets sent away, so the two death escapees can catch up. But clever and curious Koza ferrets back into the room to have a listen in. And while many questions get answered, a glimmer of possibility catches Astrid, and she asks Solinar to leave his sword behind so that she can spend more time with Bernard. Solinar eventually asked if he could use Astrid's old sword so that he wasn't left disarmed by this. And that catches us up. These beans are great. Well, as always, y'all take care now.
So, after Solinar relinquished his sword, and all of you get the benefits of a long rest, as Bernard insisted you stay overnight in the tower, you're able to leave out near the town of Bloo, which is only a little bit north, at least, hold on, let me check my notes. Looking at my handout, it's only across the river and a decent ways north from Saxon Heath, the town that Johannes comes from.
Whoa!
Well,
I'm from there. I say, pointing to the map.
this was more of a detour than we anticipated, but a worthwhile one at that.
Hey, Solinar,
Yeah.
I'm really proud of you.
At some point, I'm gonna go from feeling really bad about it to feeling really good about it. I'm just not there yet.
Well, take that for whatever it's worth, then.
I appreciate you.
I have that exact opposite feeling with spicy foods.
What do you mean?
Where you're feeling really good about it, and then later you're feeling really bad about it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get that too.
So remember how Johannes used to have a pet pig? Well, the pig had its little arm things inside of its mouth, and it wore a big Trojan helmet. And if it ate spicy foods, then it would explode.
Are you talking about the Power Rangers monster?
Yes, I am.
I had
Pudgy pig.
no
Yes.
idea.
The only person who was going to get that joke was you, Brandon. If you didn't get it, I was going to be so upset.
Yeah.
I can't believe you just made an episode too. It was like, that's a Power Rangers episode too. That's what you referenced. It wasn't like that was the movie.
Yeah, also, listeners, you don't get to see the visuals of this, but watching Gabe's eyebrows go higher and higher and higher, and his expression getting more and more confused was probably the best part of that whole bit for me.
I will admit, when you started the sentence with, you know how Johannes used to have a pig, I was like, oh my god, she is not going where I think she's going.
I
Was it
emotionally...
Pudgy Pig? Did you think I was going to go Pudgy Pig?
No, you put me through the emotional ringer. Like, my pig was... I had to yes and, so I was sitting there being like, oh, you exploded my pig with spicy foods? Okay, well, I guess that's my path now.
I thought this was going to be a chorizo situation for sure.
Now, I want to make very clear that Pudgy Pig was in the first season of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, which was in fall of 1993. So that's quite a reference we're making there. What year were you born again, Alex?
92.
I was 3 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I just sometimes I'm a little bit blown away by what we do here.
So the town of Bloo, as you enter into it proper, it's about early mid-morning at this point, and the town is bustling. The markets seem to be relatively healthy and robust. The people seem lively. You see that there is one bard that is busking on his flute for money that is supposed to go into this big fancy jester's hat.
What does the busking bard look like?
So the busking bard, which absolutely has to be his name now, like his title, he is wearing a lot of very traditionally jestery clothing. He's got that like frill around that has bells on the ends of it. He's got a checkerboard pattern in clashing colors. He has poofed out pantaloons that he wears leggings under, and pointed shoes. Whatever the hat that would complete his ensemble is the one that is getting filled with coins.
When you said he was playing the flute, I immediately imagined he looked like Aqualung from the Jethro Tull album cover.
He does not look like Aqualung.
I'm disappointed. What kind of flute music is he playing?
He's playing songs from the woods.
He's playing, I want to be very clear, this isn't a pan flute. This is going to be a traditional, lute flute.
It's a pot flute.
It's a kettle flute. The music that he's going to be playing is generally upbeat, what you would consider kind of traveling music. Medieval road trip, as it were.
Does he look haggard? Does he look like he's living rough?
He looks like he is excited to be getting some money.
Okay.
But not like he's up a creek. Like, his clothes are not, torn or super disheveled. There's an air of mild desperation about him.
Okay. The Busking Bard would be a great name for an inn. He should, if he ever got some investment money, he should open that up. I will flick a coin into his jester's hat.
As you do, his song has a little note of doodaloo, as what you assume is a thank you.
Oh Lord, he's Mr. B Natural. Okay. I don't know. I don't feel really drawn to having an interaction with this guy, but the fact that you've called him out specifically indicates to me that I probably should.
No, you don't have to.
Okay.
There's a lot of stuff going on in this town. It's just mostly, normal peasant town stuff.
Okay. I would like to just sort of look around a little bit more.
As you look around the town, you see vendors of several different types. There is a vendor that is selling paper and journals and pens. There is a vendor that is selling vegetables with a suspiciously canopied stall. There is a vendor selling dried meats and fresh caught fish. And another vendor that is selling bolts of fabric.
Hey, Solinar.
Yeah, what's up?
You see that guy over there selling paper?
Sure, yeah.
He never moves his booth?
What?
He never moves his booth, because he's stationary.
No.
Oh.
I liked that one.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Brandon.
I think I took physical harm from that one.
Well, if anything, I've done my job of making all of y'all's mood match the name of the town that we're in.
Bloo.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
You hear in the background the flute go. Good luck making that listenable, Gabe. I love you very much. Super sorry. Hoot, 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 hoot.
I would love if you're good luck making that listenable, and meanwhile Gabe's I'm not editing it at all.
I like how you changed it to hoots, because now he's just standing there squeezing an owl.
God, this bard means business.
Not the allophone!
It's a flute, but it's spelled Flhoot.
That one got Brandon.
I liked it. I thought Alex was enjoying it, but it turned out she was just yawning.
We've been living together long enough now. My jokes bore her.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, just the jokes.
Gabe, leave that in. Boat's gonna see if we can't find an inn or a tavern or something. Hopefully there's one in the town as you look at the map.
Alex is oh yeah, Bloo. Notoriously, no one sleeps here.
I know for a fact that there's a blue house with a blue window, and blue are the streets, and all the trees are too.
And a Corvette.
Yeah, and the people are blue. Dabba dee, dabba die.
Y'all, we gotta get our hands on that Corvette. Can you imagine adventuring in a Corvette?
Yeah.
How do I turn this thing on?
Next time I have to roll a check, I'm gonna roll a dabba die.
Rare form, Brandon. Rare form.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, quality. That's my rare form.
Gabe, Gabe, please remove whatever sound I just made.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Remove it. Clip
Offer it on Patreon as a ringtone.
Put it up as a ringtone. That's my new alarm on my phone for when I need to wake up early.
So, Boat, as you search around, you are going to find a town, one called the Tin Tabernacle.
A whole town.
Oh, sorry, an inn.
It's town
You
section.
find a tinier town within the town of Bloo.
Exhibit pops in. Yo, dog. I heard you like towns. We put a town in your town so you can shop while you shop.
Blue.
Oh my God, he did it. He did it with the Corvette.
Blue doesn't have any inns. However, the model town of Blue has several inns.
It's a safety city. Did any of you all ever go to those when you were in school? A safety town? It's like when
I know, but I know the concept.
Yeah, when I was in
What?
fifth grade, we got to take a field trip to Safety City, which was a child-sized scale town that was built, and you got to drive around in it to learn traffic safety.
And by
That
drive
sounds
around,
so much cooler than what I...
Yeah, they put us in little go-kart things and let us drive around.
Did they have motors in them, or were
Yes.
they like?
They had
Oh,
motors in them.
I thought they would be like Fred Flintstone's cars.
No.
Okay.
All right, that sounds kind of sick, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
All right, you find an inn within the town called the Tin Tabernacle.
Okay. How does it look? Does it look upscale, mid-scale, downscale?
If Applebee's was an inn, that would be about what you're seeing.
Ooh, dollaritas.
I'm going for half-price apps.
Solinar's got to get his hands on one of them Apple Teenies.
Mm-hmm. All right. I will go in and see if I can't rustle up some grub.
Sponsor
All
us, Applebee's.
I'm waiting for Alon to leap through the Zoom chat and kill you.
the look on Gabe's face as I said, "Sponsor us, Applebee's."
What the heck? What's their thing? Is it some good in the neighborhood? Something like that?
Good
Eating
neighborhood.
good in the
Good.
neighborhood.
Yeah, Johannes busts into this tavern. Eating good in the neighborhood. What's cooking?
The barkeep / tavern cook / proprietor of the overall inn looks up from some kind of pot he seems to be stirring. Yes, may I help you, sir?
You got some sinus issues there, buddy?
Yeah, sorry.
All right.
I love so much that Boat, on first seeing this person who talks like that is just immediately like, hey, I'm going to point this out to them just in case they don't know.
Boat's one of those guys, he says something, and then afterward, he's just like, I was just being honest. I was just being honest. All right. Yeah, so me and my friends are looking for a place to eat. Are you serving right now?
Give me another 20 minutes and everything should be ready to go. How
right,
many
is it
people?
There'd be, there's 5 or 6 of us? I'm having trouble with all the people we keep collecting.
Yeah, a real quick point of clarity here. Did Spritz stay at the tower, come with us, go in a different direction?
Well, did you guys take him with you?
We look around. Is there a spritz?
This is, I think that's a Spritz decision, not an us decision after finding the tower.
I feel like Spritz would probably try and stay at the tower.
Okay.
He can be a real third wheel to Bernard and Astrid.
Got it.
Sometimes a family is a lich, a ghost, and their adopted kobold child.
Beautiful.
He's going to stay in the basement. He's going to be in the basement the whole time.
Eating muffins.
Yeah.
It's a good life to lead.
They drop down the laundry chute to feed him.
Yeah, better than torturing a town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't torture, it was extortion.
Yeah, so
Extorting, yeah.
So how many people do we have? We've got 5
Plus Cole.
Yeah, so okay.
And a kids menu.
Yeah, they have chicken tenders and tater tots. Yeah, so it'll be somewhere between 5 to 8.
That's quite the range.
I mean,
Who are the other two?
I don't know if the animals want anything,
From the tavern?
but like Cole and Bull.
Bolt just eats, like detritus.
Okay, so I guess
That's a nice
people?
way of saying he eats corpse.
Yeah. So yeah, 6 people.
Wait, who's number 6?
Cole's gotta eat.
Okay.
Cole looks offended at the idea that he would not be given food.
I suppose we might need more food than... Well, but if we buy like we're buying for 6 adults, we should be covered. Because like,
What are you going to do? Pour your leftovers into a bag?
Well, no, what I'm saying is we gotta feed Felix. Felix probably eats closer to our fare. We gotta feed Cole.
Tasting good around the neighborhood. That's what I'm saying.
We need to feed the animals.
Well, the animals are eating separate stuff, is my point. Like, we're going to do, like, hay and oats, nuts for Daquin. You know, that should cover most of the range. Felix is really the exception
6.
there.
The answer is 6.
The answer is 6.
If we're too many, it's okay. I need food.
The tavern guy's going to gesture towards a corner table where the seating has been carved into the sides of the walls, letting it wrap around the table like a U-shaped couch.
I hate those booths.
Solinar takes one of the deeper spots in the booth, but mostly because he knows that if he needs to, he can just vault the table.
Johannes takes one of the deeper spots because he doesn't want to weigh out. He wants to just be cornered with his food.
Koza waits for everybody else to get into the booth before sitting down.
Yeah, Boat just grabs a seat. He doesn't care.
So, where are you guys from?
Oh, we're from all over.
We're an adventuring party.
Oh my gosh, I'm almost from here.
You want to elaborate on that, kiddo?
Yeah, the south. Saxon Heath.
Oh, Saxon Heath. Yeah.
Which isn't quite here, but it's almost here.
Yeah, it's just across the river. Yeah, I know Saxon
Just
Heath.
across the river. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where I'm from.
Wild place now, isn't it?
Is it?
Oh, well, there have been all types going through Saxon Heath lately, but you didn't hear anything from me.
What do you mean, all types?
Wait, but I heard something from you, and I have questions.
Solinar puts 2 silver on the table and says, "What more might we not have heard from you?"
Well, it depends on what you need to know, but yeah, Saxon Heath's been doing okay, I guess. It's just, there have been some, undesirable people seemingly coming up and down the river to that town.
Like criminal element, or...
Well, I'm not gonna say criminal. I am gonna say they seem the rough and tumble type, and they come in with empty boats and leave Saxon Heath with big crates.
Military?
Oh, no, not that type. No, too disorganized and too few teeth.
So mercenary.
I don't know. Could be mercenaries, could be criminals, could be law-abiding citizens. I'm not gonna be no slandering Jan.
Solinar indicates, without saying anything, he just points at the 2 silver on the table, and then he goes, is there something that might help your recollection? Or is it just that you don't know?
I think that they're probably... Can you make it a gold piece?
Oh.
Give us half of it, and then we'll decide if the other half is worth the gold piece.
I just said half my sentence. Can you make it a gold piece?
I want some actionable information in that half of the sentence.
Solinar just puts he scoops up his 2 silver. He's keeping his 2 silver. And he puts a gold piece on the table instead.
Yeah, they absolutely seem like criminal types, but I don't know for sure if they're just mercenaries that look kind of rough or they're criminals.
Oh, I'm so glad that you said that, because I had no idea what you were saying before. You were like, they could be this, but maybe they're not. And I was like, oh, which are they?
They're probably some mixture of both, but whatever they're doing, they leave with some big crates that make weird sounds.
How big a crate?
Big. Like
12?
If we were talking in American Imperial, if that was a measurement that existed in this world, they would probably be akin to something by 12 foot by 12 foot to 20 foot by 20 foot. It varies. But Alex didn't develop a separate measurement system for Varian, so she's just gonna give whatever the approximation is.
So it's about like 3.5 meters by 3.5 meters and then 6 by 6?
Entirely possible.
Oh man, that makes so much more sense now that's in the measurements of this world.
Yeah, Varian's metric only, guys.
Johannes, do you have any idea what could be going in it, like out of Saxon Heath like that?
Hey, Alex. Hey, Alex.
Yeah.
Is there things that come in and out of Saxon Heath when Johannes was young? Like, is it a big trade port or anything like that?
So it's not a big trade port. You know that occasionally trade would come through, and occasionally your family would develop and ship out their inventions.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not aware of any enormous crates, nor crates that would make noise.
The noisy aspects of it is what would be throwing Johannes off?
Yes.
Okay. We ship a lot of crates out of my town. It's something that we're really proud of. But all those crates, get a little bit closer, everybody. Here's what they sound like.
Because it leans in.
Yeah, listen to this.
So does this random guy.
Yeah, hey, lean in. Yeah, you hear that cork that I just uncorked under the table? That's it. The only thing. So noisy crates. Don't have much experience with those.
If that's the case, then it's totally likely that your family knows what's going on and we could just talk to them about it.
True. They definitely know. My father manages all that. So he'll know what's making noises in those crates.
Yeah, they're probably just inventions of some kind.
Or animal trafficking.
I hope not.
I hope not, too.
Especially not with that disaster that happened when all those animals got released all over Tinkerhaven.
Yeah, and then they had to feed a pig spicy food. That's canonical.
What makes you think animal trafficking, Bo?
I mean, you just hear about it sometimes, these, crates that are making noise. People taking them secretly. People like to traffic rare animals. They think they can use their parts for things. Maybe somebody in the Boris Empire wants like a tiger pelts or something, so they import a tiger illegally.
Johannes, your family wouldn't do that.
No, my family wouldn't do that.
Well,
But
no,
somebody might.
I'm asking, Johannes.
Oh. No, my family wouldn't do that.
Somebody might is all I'm saying. There's also human trafficking. There's elf trafficking. There's gnome trafficking.
Are you just going to continue going down the list of every fantasy race that exists in Varian?
Yes.
All right, wonderful. We're just going to assume that happened instead of you doing it.
It's like the Bubba Gump scene.
Yeah.
With the shrimp.
Just we're doing the montage where we keep going through the city and it's just Boat over the shoulder naming off different things that are trafficked.
Dragonborn trafficking.
Dwarf trafficking.
Dwarf trafficking.
Soft
Goblin
cheese trafficking. There's so many.
Orc trafficking.
Valuable for their variety of milks.
No!
That laugh.
So your food is brought to your table and it is mid. It seems as if the variety of plates offered means that most of the food is processed in such a way that doesn't allow for individual quality control.
Well, there goes our fucking sponsorship.
Yeah. But I'll tell you.
Excuse you. Hold on. Gabe, this audio is exclusively for if we get sponsored. The food that is served to you is of immensely high quality and reasonably priced for any local area.
Thank you.
These boneless wings are more than worth their weight in gold and silver.
Are you happy, Alon?
Just, leave the door open.
We gotta cover our bases.
Gabe, are you going to just leave all of this in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for dessert, I'll have a what was the name of this place?
Applebee's?
No, the tin cup or whatever.
The Tin Tabernacle.
Yeah, I'll have a tabernacle chimney cheesecake, please.
Mm-hmm. Just imagine how many people from Applebee's listened to our cold open talking about the 1993 episode of Power Rangers and made it to this point, and then they were right about to pull the trigger, and then we just need to make sure that leave the door open. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
fair and reasonable.
This place should be called App Blue Bees.
App
It's in
Blue
blue.
Bees?
Yeah.
Welcome to
Apple Dabba Bees.
Dabu Bees, Dabu Dies.
Apple
gosh.
Blues.
Yeah, that's what the B stands for. People didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
So after the guy leaves, Alita's gonna kind of pick around her food and be like, "So what now? Is there something we need to check out at your home, Johannes?"
Well, we were already going there anyways, right? Because we want to drop off Cole.
Do you think your parents will be okay taking care of him?
Yeah, I don't see why not. They've been taking care of kids their whole life, pretty much.
Cole's gonna be fine.
You're gonna have so much fun. There's so many shiny buttons that you're not supposed to push and levers that you're not supposed to pull, and you can do it to all of them.
Cole looks excited as he snacks on his chicken fingers.
Yeah.
Dipping them in honey mustard.
Oh, Cole's a barbecue kid.
Whatever.
Well, it's a good thing we came to this place that has so many different types of sauces that you can get.
Alon really pushing for that Applebee's sponsorship, you guys.
Do it, Applebee. I've never eaten there since I was like a kid, but I would.
You got mad at me for eating at an Applebee's over the summer.
I would, because why would you make that choice?
We're trying to encourage the sponsorship, Alon.
Yeah, no, I know, but I was mad at him at that time because he made that choice. But I would if they sponsored us, which I'm telling you now, Applebee's.
I don't understand.
I want chicken fingers so badly right now.
So were you involved in this, going to eat at Applebee's at all?
No, he was not.
I don't understand.
It was on the way to Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And I stopped at an Applebee's and texted Alon and said, stopping at an Applebee's. And he was like, God.
Yeah.
And then gave me grief about it later.
Yeah. He's in Philadelphia. You're not in the middle of nowhere.
Okay.
Which is when Applebee's, if I'm gonna give them their credit, if you're in the middle of nowhere, Applebee's.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It was also like 7 or 8 o'clock at night.
All right, so now I'm back. I'm back with Brandon. At 7 or 8 o'clock at night, it can be difficult to find a place.
Not in a city. We're in Philly.
Guys, you are making me crave chicken fingers in an aggressive way.
Hey, Alex, you know what I had for dinner here? I had chicken tenders that I prepared in my air fryer and then sauced liberally with Parmesan garlic.
Josh, we still have dino nuggets in the freezer, right?
We have so many dino nuggets in the freezer.
Delightful. All right, I know. Let's continue on this adventure so I can eat some dino nuggets.
Alita, we should. I mean, at the very least, we gotta drop Cole off. We're literally right across the river.
Well,
I haven't seen my family in years. It's been years.
Well, hold on. We're not dropping Cole off. We are determining whether your family is in a position to care for our ward. That's different. It's different. But yeah, we do need to go there. You are correct.
And also, we gotta find out why these crates be making noises.
So you all are going to be able to eat there, spend the night. Unless there's anything that you want to do in this town, time passes pretty uneventfully.
What's the bard's name again?
He didn't give you one.
Oh. Well, I'm gonna go and put a gold coin in his hat.
He makes a doodle thank you toot.
Man, I love it when I get a thank you toot.
See, I think Toast is good.
Okay.
Did the sword of Shireen come with a scabbard? Did Bernard have the scabbard?
Yes.
That sword was using.
Yes.
And it's in good condition?
Yeah, passable.
Okay.
I mean, it's a couple 100 years old, but...
Just wrap it in a towel. You'll be fine.
Solinar's going to stop in at a local blacksmith and just basically be like, hey, you got any experience working with magic weapons?
Oh, no, buddy. Sorry. I'm a strictly no magic blacksmith.
He points at the sign on the wall that says "No magic allowed."
It's got a wand and a rabbit with a circle and a line through it.
Yeah.
Solinar's like halfway through drawing the sort of Shireen, and then he just like I keep wanting to say holster, and that's not the right word.
You want
resheathing it.
You want somebody to work with a fancy magic weapon, you need to go someplace like Marine.
Yeah, I was headed to Marine. I was just hoping to get somebody to look this blade over, but I know you gotta be working with both the metal and the magic on that side of things.
Yeah, we haven't used magic in this town since, well, at least magic weapons, since my grandfather tried to do a magic sword and ended up exploding himself.
Oh, God.
Wow.
I'm so
Oh my
sorry.
God.
That's awful.
Yeah, we don't work with magic weapons ever since then.
No, that's completely reasonable. On a non-magical weapons side of things, do you got any throwing knives?
Well, I have things that are kind of like throwing knives.
Go on.
He's going to show you throwing axes.
God, I was so ready for this guy to pull out a gun.
Oh, no, thank you. I find that keeping axes somewhere they won't be found during a weapons search is very challenging.
Solomon lives his entire life waiting for the next, like, trope moment where they do the, give me your weapons. No, all your weapons. I meant all of them. And he has to, like, pull them out of, like, increasingly weird spots.
Really important.
But,
yeah, Solinar lives for that trope.
At the end of it, him still having, like, 4 throwing knives on him. Just why it's important they're throwing knives.
Not throwing axes?
No.
Can't hide throwing axes in your underpants?
No.
You can't,
No,
it's just dangerous.
Yeah.
No, sounds like y'all are cowards.
Yes. I'm a coward. If that's what it takes, I am a coward.
All right.
Yeah,
I will
fair.
not put an axe in my pants.
Is that an axe in your pants? Or you just...
No, it's not. I'm a coward. I'm a coward.
So, you guys are able to get your stuff together and you travel south towards Saxon Heath. You eventually reach the river after about a day or so of traveling. You see, going along the river, not 1, not 2, but 3 separate boats laden with crates heading out towards the ocean.
Do they make any noises?
You want to roll investigation and see?
Yeah. I'm bad at that.
They make boat noises.
Yeah, how about a 6?
You can't tell if the sounds are from the crates or from the guys on the ship.
Gotta be one or the other, though. There's definitely some noises coming from there.
Both, Koza?
I'm thinking. Let me see if I have anything useful in my utility belt.
And then boat grapple hooks over there.
Well,
Yeah, I fire a boat tracker.
What kind of, are there sequels?
Yes, there are.
Koza's gonna turn into a sequel.
All right.
And so there's these boats, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, he lands on Gravyboat's shoulder. And then he takes off and he's gonna go land on one of the boats.
You're going to fly and land on the center boat. I'm assuming either on the crow's nest or on one of the crates.
Oh, well, the only center boat I know of is Gravy Boat because he's the center of his world.
I've also got a perfectly centered mentality and spirit.
Yeah.
I'm in balance.
Nothing off kilter for you, boat.
Okay, so what did you say that the options were again?
Did you want to land on one of the crates or did you want to land on the crow's nest?
I'm gonna.
Or on the edge of the boat, like where you want to go.
On the edge of the boat.
So you're on the edge of the boat and you see a couple of really rough-looking guys winding rope and rigging up sails, doing all of the things that you need to do to keep a boat moving and not under the water.
Okay, and I'm gonna kind of hop around, get a little closer to one of the crates.
You get closer to the crates and you see there seems to be some kind of misalignment in how some of the crates were constructed, allowing you to see a dark hole in the corner of one of them.
Do I hear any noises?
That would be a roll for investigation.
Natural 1.
For a second, you have that ringing in your ears as if an explosion went next to your head. You can hear nothing and you feel disoriented.
Oh.
And then you realize one of the sailors has a gun and is shooting at you.
I think a throwing knife went off by your head.
Well, then I'm going to go ahead and stick my head in the hole.
Roll a dexterity saving throw for me.
I don't like how big your eyes got there.
That is going to be a 19.
You can feel a shifting in the dark and you hear a growl before the shift in the air makes you feel like something is swinging powerfully for your head. You're able to pop your little bird skull out just in time, but you hear a whoop, and you hear, following that, the sound of claws scraping against wood, gouging it.
Good evening. I have been told that I should thank all of our patrons, which give us our dark and powerful energies. I would like to extend our thank yous to Andrew Lay, Caribou Puppy, Dorothy, Haley Dennis, Sarah Lavender, and Stephen W. I wish you only the spookiest of times, and be sure to eat your vegetables.
Okay, here's what we're going to do just to get it out of our system. All four of us
Yeah.
are going to make the name that a monster would have in the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and no other context. Just give your name. And I'm going to go first, and my Power Rangers monster is Squizzard.
Ooh, I like that. That's very good.
Yeah.
My Power Rangers monster was going to be a giant beetle, but it's spelled like the Beatles, and it uses a guitar as part of its like attack.
Oh my god, dude, you're gonna get frickin' a C and D letter. What are you doing?
That's what I'm after. Let's do this.
Fine.
Yeah, I would do something called like the Jello Giant, and it would just be a big gelatin mold that sort of sucked things in like a gelatinous cube.
Oh.
And then one of the Power Rangers hits it, and it explodes, and all their weapons fly out, and they get them back after they've been taken away.
Yeah, that hasn't happened before.
Yeah, never.
The Trouble Truffle.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Big bipedal fungus guy.
And they have to resurrect Pudgy Pig so Pudgy Pig can sniff out the truffle and find it.
Mine would be Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Just some guy.
I can respect that.
I like the idea that it's just a bipedal microphone.
The whole time,
Oh.
the Rangers have to be like, "Yo, mic check. You still good?"
I like the idea that it's just some guy who like his house was destroyed in a Power Rangers fight, so he's got a vendetta against them.
Yeah. Okay, before we jump right back into it, there's a song called Mic Check by Cornelius, the Japanese avant-garde electronic musician.
Of course, the one we all know.
Yeah.
See, I mean, well, you get to make a reference, I get to make a reference, okay? We gotta balance it out. Everybody gets to make a reference.
That's fair.
That's valid.
All I
So
know
go
is,
and listen to it.
is that as long as this has been going on, I'm losing my vitamin C.